So let's set the stage. Tell you guys a little bit about GDG Brunswick and women tech makers. GDG Brunswick, it is myself. I already mentioned my co-organizer. I encourage everyone to, as I mentioned earlier on, in case you didn't see it, share your LinkedIn or any other links that you'd like in the chat so everybody can network and meet everyone. I would love to be connected to everyone that's here. GDG Brunswick is a Google developer group. Our primary location is Brunswick, Georgia, coastal Georgia, and we focus on tech for sustainability. This event is for the Women Tech Makers program. I am a woman tech maker as a part of that program. If anyone else is interested in joining, it's just about empowering women in tech. Feel free to shoot me a message or mention it in the chat, and I'll definitely make sure everyone has links to that. And we'll have QR codes and stuff as we go along. All right, so let's get into rewriting the rules as we're breaking patterns, knocking down walls. So what does it mean to break the pattern? And this is kind of what I came up with. When you think about what does that mean if you think of a pattern and how we go about breaking, this includes deconstructing systems that keep women out of the conversation. And as we know, tech is a male dominated field. And when women do get into the field, we face greater obstacles than our male counterparts. We also want to create new patterns and pathways that celebrate diverse experiences, not just those of one single type of person or one demographic. We want to interrupt the current patterns with bold action rather than gradual adjustments. And that's exactly what we're doing here today. We also want to expand who belongs in tech and what success really looks like. So, our keynote speaker today, and feel free to unmute Samvarthini because that's not the right way to say your name. I heard me it's the way I said it.
Hey, am I audible, ma'am?
Yes, Sam. Say your name for
Samvarthini
Martini.
Thangadurai.
Yeah, it's the V part that for some reason my Americanness doesn't want to say correctly. There you are. Hi,
Hi, ma'am.
Samvarthini.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. We are so excited to have you here with us. And I want to tell you guys a little bit about this wonderful speaker. Samvarthini is an engineering student with, I would call, a relentless passion for problem solving and a deep focus on academic growth. And I just want to point out that by being an engineering student, you're already breaking the pattern right there, because I imagine much of your cohort is probably men. And so you're the example, which is why you're a speaker. You're the example of what it looks like to break that pattern. Beyond her technical studies, she's also the founder of Vox Tactic, women's empowerment, which I'm going to let her talk more about. But she's definitely someone who embodies the mission of fueling female leadership through shared experiences and real world stories. By bridging the gap between classroom academics and the challenges of the modern industry, she is helping us all connect and learn how to navigate success together. So I would love for you all to join me in welcoming one of our very own leaders and whose partnership is partnered with GDG Brunswick as well. A woman breaking boundaries in tech and society, Samvarthini Tang.
Yes.
Say it,
Samvarthini,
say it.
ma'am.
No, the last name.
Samvarthini Thangadurai.
Okay. All right. So Feel free to take it away.
First of all, happy Women's Day to all the brave and strong women here. So, good morning, everyone. And I am honored to be a part of this great GDG event. And when I think about boundaries, I don't just think about the physical and external limitation. I think about the invisible walls that we build inside our own mind. So these are living created by fear, doubt, and societal expectation. So particularly for women in technology, they but can uh, feel particularly high. Sometimes it's the pressure to perform quickly, or sometimes it's the or sometimes simply feeling like you don't belong here. Today, I just want to talk about how to break these boundaries and both personal, professional, and societal, and how we can all redefine what's possible for ourselves and those who come after us. And also a special thanks to Naomi ma'am for our great partnership and for inviting me to speak at this great event. So let me introduce about myself. So my name is Samvarthini. I am currently pursuing my second year in computer and communication engineering. So basically, I am an engineering student, and I am also the founder of Vox Tactic, a platform that focuses on combining technology with social impact. I will clearly explain about it later. And telling about my journey in tech didn't start with confidence. I had a huge shift from biology background to engineering field. I almost wasted my 2 years preparing for NEET, but I couldn't get a seat. Then I thought that why could I choose engineering? And there were many moments where I doubted whether I belonged to this field, like but I had enough knowledge or whether my voice mattered. And others, I often to others and wonder if I could ever match it. But over time, I realized that my journey, my story, my perspective matter just much as anyone else. Next, we can go to the next. It's about self-doubt. So I want to ask a question to all of you boys that have you ever doubted yourselves? You can mention in the chat. Okay. So I'm going to give some solution for this. Yes, definitely. Definitely, we all have this self doubt in ourselves. So, self doubt is something almost all of us experience, regardless of how competent we are. And I think that it whispers in our ears that we are not enough, that our ideas are not valuable, that our work will never be accepted. So, I myself felt it like countless times and staring at a complex coding problem, thinking I will never ever solve this in my lifetime. And being a biology student, it was very difficult for me to enter in this field. And also watching others speak up confidently and feeling too timid to share my own ideas. But the truth, the main answer is that it is not the enemy. It's the signal that you are growing. It's the indicator that you are pushing yourself beyond your comfort zone. The solution lies in action. Start before you feel ready. Like focus on learning instead of perfection. And the main thing is surround yourself with positive people, positive communities like GDG Brunswick community. Because if you keep on focusing on the negative ones, then then of course you will not be able to do even a small thing. And the most important thing is celebrate small victory. Even every step, even a small step you take is a very important in your life. Celebrate even very small progress. So these are the main things I want to tell. And so next we have imposter syndrome, which is very common. Okay, I want to ask question to you guys that what is the most significant barrier you have encountered in the tech industry? Okay, okay. So I'm going to speak about a very important barrier that is imposter syndrome. So imposter syndrome is one of the most common barriers I have seen in tech communities. And it is that persistent feeling that don't deserve your accomplishment, that eventually will realize you are faking it. Even people at highest levels, like founders and project leaders, experience this. I personally felt it when I started Vox Tactic. I don't know what is a startup and what exactly they will do in a startup. I just had an idea that I should do something. I had this imposter syndrome of what does people judge me or what does people criticize for what I'm doing. And many quietly feel like they are not good enough. I really did. Every small step felt like a very huge risk for me because I myself worried many times that my efforts would be as inadequate. Uh, Imposter syndrome is a reflection of your abilities. It is a reflection of your growth. Being like imposter means you are stretching yourself, learning and challenging yourself to do things you haven't done before. Speaking about my journey, when I started walk starting, I just had an idea that I should help women in some the way I could, but I didn't have the correct way of proceeding this. So I just launched the idea. The launching the idea itself became a very huge risk for me, but I took the risk in my own hand and launched the idea. And the idea gets very much positive comments. And now I'm speaking at this grand event. So break all these self-doubt and imposter syndrome and come out of this. And even a very small progress, you have to celebrate it without any fear, without any judgment, or without any criticism. Now I'm going to speak about internal barriers, like which keep on running in our own mind. It's fear, comparison, and self-doubt. So beyond self-doubt and imposter syndrome, women in technology face both internal and external barriers. So on external barriers, we have this cultural biases or stereotypes, cultural expectations, lack of mentor. In this, I'm going to explain what it is first. Internal barriers include fears, comparison with peers, or cultural expectations and lack of mentors. These are the battles we fight inside ourselves and questioning whether our ideas are worth sharing, whether we belong, or whether we should even try. Then others, on the other hand, are systematic. They include stereotypes or lack of leadership opportunities, position, or cultural biases, fewer opportunities. So, what makes this challenging is that the internal and external barriers meet each other. So, external barriers increases our self-doubt, and self-doubt can make external challenges feel insurmountable. So, recognizing these barriers and breaking them and coming out of your comfort zone and doing what you like is the most important thing. is the first step towards your. So I'm going to speak about technology. So mainly technology is power, not just a code. It is influence and access. It is transformation. So basically, technology often as just coding, app, or machine, but it is far more than that. So technology is power. As I said earlier, it is influence because it changes how communities interact, and it is access because it opens doors to opportunities that were previously unavailable, and it is transformation because it can, of course, reshape industries, education, healthcare, and society at large. So I had a thought of combining this technology to my startup, Vox Tactic. So understanding technology this way allows us to see that women in tech are not just coders, we are obviously change makers. So every project we create or every idea we implement and every problem we solve contributes to a bigger impact. So let me tell about my startup, Vox Static. When I started Vox Static, I just had an idea that I'm going to help women. That's it. I didn't know what am I going to do. See, I had only an idea, but after that, when I posted this idea on LinkedIn, I got a very much positive result. So I thought that why could not I grow the startup? So I just started to participate in all the entrepreneurial competition, all the startup competition. I got selected in some competitions too. So let me share something very personal with you. The reason why I started this study. So throughout my journey as a student in technology, I noticed something that many women silently experience. Many talented women have incredible ideas, creativity, and potential, but often they hesitate to express it because maybe might be because of self doubt or fear of encouragement, mainly criticism and fear of judgment. But sometimes the barrier is not talent; it is confidence. I realized that what many women truly need is a space where their voice is valued, where they can learn from each other, and where they feel empowered to speak up. So that realization became the seed of Vox Tactic. And so Vox means voice, and the Tactic represents strategy and action. So, work static is about empowering voices through motivation, learning, and innovation. So, my vision was very, very simple, but it was powerful to create a platform where women feel inspired to share their thoughts, grow their skills, and maybe support each other in their journey, which is very much lacking. Work static is not just a platform. So I'm thinking of building into a great community, which is basically built around empowerment and growth. So the core idea behind Vox Static is just to create a space where women can share, learn, and really grow together without any judgment, without any criticism, without any demotivation, only positivity. So it might be through motivational content, stories of real women achievers, educational insight, and digital engagement. So the platform encourages women to express themselves and develop confidence in their abilities. So the motto of Vox Tactic is very simple: share, learn, and grow. So when we share our experience, we inspire others. So when we learn together, we grow stronger as a community. And women support each other, the possibility become limitless. So Vox Tactic aims to use the power of digital platforms and technology to amplify voices that deserves to be heard. So the problem statement. So before building any meaningful solution, we must first understand the problem. Many women in technology and the other field experience, as we said earlier, internal and external barriers. We recognize that the self-doubt and the limited mentorship often hold back from expressing their truest ideas. So at Work Static, we aim to replace the fear of this judgment with the power of shared experience. Women in technology and the other fields, as I said earlier, they are experiencing this one, that is internal and external barriers. And these include, as I said, self-doubt, imposter syndrome, fear of failure, and the external barriers. We include mentorship, stereotypes, or lack of supportive encouragement, which is very needed. So even today, many talented women are there who are hesitating to share their ideas because they fear criticism or believe their voice is not strong enough or because of what other people say or because of the judgment. So at Workstatic, we recognize this challenge. The problem is not capability. The problem is often confidence and to supportive communities. So when women lack mentorship and encourage, their ideas remain unheard and they just did not take any step forward. So that is the gap work static aims to. So the solution just begins with empowerment and access to hotel communities like Swiji Brunswick community. We already have a great partnership with JDG. So in the past, women were limited to domestic role or landmark role. So work static aims to inspire women to motivational posts, stories, and digital content. So we are aiming to create a very safe, encouraging online space without any criticism, only positivity, where women can share, learn, and grow together. So Walk Static aims to inspire women through, as I said, motivate stories or knowledge sharing and meaningful digital content. The platform encourages women to express their ideas and share experiences and learn from each other. So it creates a very safe and encouraging online environment where women can build confidence and develop leadership skills. Throughout history, women have broken many barriers, like from becoming pilots, judges, scientists, and innovators. But the journey is still continuing, though. WhatsApp aims to contribute to the journey by creating a digital space where women feel supported and empowered to pursue their ambition. So, what makes us different? So, Vox Tactic is authenticity and student-driven vision. These initiatives started by me as a solo founder till now, and with a real and relatable voice. And it focuses on real story, real experiences, and genuine empowerment rather than generic motivational content. So the goal is not just inspiration, but action. So, encouraging women to participate, speak up, and lead. And Vox Tactic combines motivation, digital engagement, and community support to create meaningful impact. So, it mainly highlights the voice of students, innovators, and aspiring leaders. So, in a world where social media is often filled with noise, what that aims to become a platform with a purpose. So, a platform that inspires confidence and encourages women to believe in their potential. So, breaking these barriers. So, I just want to give a few inspiring examples. Those inspired me to start. So, many women founders have inspired me to believe that ideas can create real impact. Mainly Whitney was Hurt, the founder of Bumble. She built a platform that empowered women by giving them confidence to make the first move, which is in online conversation. So her journey shows how technology can change traditional norms and create safer space for women. Another inspiring leader is Melanie Perkins, the Canva, which most of the engineering students are using in their day-to-day life. She started this with a simple idea or simple vision of making design easy and accessible for everyone. And today, millions of people are using Canva uh, as a platform. And personally, one of my inspiration is Naomi Mann, who's the founder of the GDG platform, combining her tech with the inclusive community. She is doing a very wonderful, very great job and inspiring so many people through her leadership and the community she has built in. And she continues to inspire any women like me to step into technology and confidence and build community and spread positivity, which is very important in day-to-day life. And believe that our ideas and voices truly matter. So next, I'm going to say about the what. Okay, let me ask you guys a question. That what area excites you the most? Let me give 1 minute. You guys to answer. Okay, to truly move the needle in our careers, we have to move past the myth and embrace five essential pillars. So first one is believe your own potential. So you aren't here by luck as a diversity hire, but you are here because you are a talent. Use that talent to build your skill consistently because mastering your craft is the ultimate cure for imposter syndrome. And remember that you never have to stand alone. When you find your mentors and community, you bring the collective strength into every role with you. So don't wait for an invitation to lead. Speak up and take opportunities by your own, by bringing your own chat to the table. Most importantly, start before you feel ready. If you wait for 100% certainty, then definitely the moment will just pass. Step into the power today. So I noticed that many people, especially women, have ideas but hesitate because of self doubt or lack of guidance. And that basically inspired me to start Static as a platform. where technology, mentorship, and community can come together to support people, help them turn their ideas into action. So, as I said, one of the biggest challenges was self doubt. So, when you start something new, especially as a student, then you often question yourself that you are. I realize that every founder starts somewhere. The key is to keep learning and taking small steps forward. Again, I want to say about this imposter syndrome because it's very common in technology. So the first step is recognizing that many successful people experience it too. So building skills consistently, surrounding yourselves with mentors or positive communities, and celebrating small achievements help build confidence over time. And five, how can we break the boundaries? Believe in your potential or win skill consistently. Find mentors and community. And most importantly, speak up and take opportunities and start before you feel ready. So believe in your potential. You want not a diversity hire or a lucky bystander. You are a talent and skill consistently. Competence is the greatest cure for imposter syndrome. And find mentors and communities like GDG, Brunswick community. And speak up and take the opportunities. Don't wait to be invited to the table. Bring your own share. So start before you feel ready. This is the most important thing I believe that Vox Tactic is also following. So community focused and heartfelt. We started today by saying that you belong here, and I hope you leave truly feeling that. Okay, let me ask you guys a question that on a scale from 1 to 10, how ready do you feel to take the battle today?
And if everyone will just, you can just scan that QR code and participate.
Yes, almost like all. So for generation, women have been told what they can and cannot do. We were told to stay quiet, to follow the rules. Okay, we can wait for 2 minutes.
I think I'll go ahead and progress to the next slide. But I just want to say, so far, listening to you, I feel more prepared. I definitely feel inspired by your story. I did not know all of those things. So thank you. I think everyone will leave here feeling a little more inspired than they were when we started. S-
Okay, I'm going to talk about a very powerful one that is breaking the pattern. So, for generation, women have been told what they can and cannot do. We were told to stay quiet, to follow the rule in this male-dominated field, and to choose safe path, and sometimes even to doubt our own ability. And many girls grow up hearing things like technology is difficult or leadership is not for you or maybe you're not good enough. But today we are living in a time where women are changing that story. So breaking that pattern means refusing to accept the limitations that society places on us. It definitely means that choosing courage instead of fear. And it means believing that our own voice or our ideas and our own dreams matters in spite of everything else. So I think that women around the world are building companies, creating technology, leading communities, and solving global problems, which is a very great thing. And they are proving that talent, especially, has no gender. But empowerment is not just about success or titles, it is mainly about confidence. And it is about supporting each other, and it is about giving the next generation of girls the courage to dream bigger. So when one woman breaks a pattern, she does not change her own life. She opens the door for many others to walk. So today, I want to leave you all with one simple thought, that do not ever be afraid to question yourself, and do not be afraid to take a space, and do not be afraid to be that you belong. Because every time a woman chooses courage over doubt, she definitely breaks a pattern and creates a new vision of herself. Every time women decides to learn something new, she definitely breaks a pattern. Every time woman raises her voice in a tone where she was expected to stay silent, she breaks a pattern. Every time women choose innovation, leadership, or technology, she breaks a pattern. And today we see this happening everywhere. Women are creating startups, successful ones especially, and women are building technology that impacts millions of people, and women are leading communities, inspiring innovation, and creating change in ways that were once considered impossible. And this obviously shows something powerful. So empowerment is not just about the permission. Empowerment is about realization. The moment a woman realizes that her ideas matter, that her voice deserves to be heard, and that her dreams are valid, that moment changes everything. But I think that empowerment is not just a journey we take along. Women supporting women is one of the strongest force for change. When we encourage another women, mentor, or maybe a mentor, or creating opportunities for someone else, we are not just helping one person, but we are building a very strong future for everyone. Because when women grow, communities grow. When women lead, innovation grows. And when women believe in themselves, the world itself changes. So technology also plays a huge role in this transformation. As I said, technology is not just about coding or machine. Technology is about this influence and transformation. And it allows voices that were once unheard to be amplified. It allows ideas to reach across countries and cultures, and it allows innovators to create solutions for real world problems. This is why it is so important for women to enter in technology, really leadership, and innovation spaces. Not just to participate, but to lead, create, and redefine the future. And because the future of technology should be built by diverse voices, diverse ideas, and diverse perspectives. And women are very much essential part of the future. Today, on this special day, I want every woman here to remember one thing, that you don't have to follow the old pattern that were written for you. You have the power to create your own path. You have the power to challenge limitation. And especially you have the power to inspire others simply by believing in yourself and breaking all the self-doubt, imposter syndrome, whatever it is. So when we try something new, we may make mistake. Like I said before, that before starting this startup also, I had this questions coming up in my mind, that what if I fail, that? What if my work was not accepted by the people, or what this starting? But I had the opportunity to speak at this great event because I just took a small step forward without thinking about these doubt, or without thinking about these imposter syndrome. Sometimes all it takes is a one very small step, very one decision to try, or one moment where choose to believe yourself without any fear. So every successful women you admire today were once self-doubting about themselves. But every leader once felt very, every innovator before starting their startup or business or community, whatever maybe, once started with the uncertainty. Confidence is not something we are born with. Confidence is something we build through courage and action. Sometimes all it takes is one step. And I think that slowly these small steps create something very powerful. Another important thing we must remember is that failure is not the opposite of success, it's a part of success. So when we try something new, we may obviously make some mistakes. But mistakes are not just a sign of weakness. They are signs that we are learning, are growing, moving forward. Every challenge we face becomes a lesson, and every obstacle becomes a stepping stone to our journey. And this is exactly how innovation happens. And when women enter fields like technology, entrepreneurship, science, leadership, they bring new perspective and creative solution. So different experiences create different ideas, and different ideas lead to meaningful change. This is why empowering women is not just only about equality. It is about the progress for society as a whole. Because when women have opportunities, communities become very strong. When women lead, organizations become more innovative. And when women speak, they inspire countless others to dream bigger. So today, let us encourage more girls to explore science, technology. Let us support women who want to build companies and lead teams. Let us create spaces where every woman feels very confident enough to share her ideas. Because empowerment is not just about celebrating achievement. It is about creating opportunities for the future. And I think the future needs more women who are bold enough to question limits, brave enough to try new paths, and confident enough to really change. So every woman in the room has a unique story. Every woman here has a voice that deserves to be heard. Never underestimate the power of your ideas, your courage, and your determination. If you implement the idea without any self doubt, might be it could give wonders to you. It could change yourself. And because sometimes one idea, one voice and decision could change everything. And I personally started with very much self doubt and the syndrome and all that. What if I started didn't get any recognition? What, especially, what will my classmate thinks or what will people around me question? But today I have a great partnership with the GDG Brunswick, and also this is my first event speaking for an international event, and this is all because I broke all these self doubt and syndrome. And speaking about the communities, together we create something more stronger, more powerful, a community that support the growth and innovation. And communities like this have the power to change the world because real change does not happen for one person alone. It happens when many young people come together with a shared vision, a vision where equality is normal, a vision where opportunities are open to everyone, and a vision where women feel confident to lead, create, and innovate. So today, I just want to encourage every woman to keep pushing the boundary and come out of the comfort zone and do whatever she wants to succeed in her life. Speaking about mentorship is incredibly powerful. Sometimes simple encouraging word from a mentor can completely change someone's journey. So when we guide someone, support someone, or believe in someone, or when we doubt themselves, we give them something priceless and confident. The journey doesn't end when the lights turn off. So it continues in the connection we have made and the community we are building together. Don't let dictate your future and let keep breaking patterns side by side. And happy International Women's Day to all of one. And let's go out and make some more. Thank you.
Thank you so much. That I really genuinely feel inspired. I got chill bumps during part of that. I wrote down some of the things that you said. A couple of things. Empowerment is not about permission, it's about realization. That gave me chill bumps. And so did you do not have to follow the patterns that were written for you. Absolutely. I want to ask, we've just got 3 minutes. If you'd like to unmute and ask any questions, feel free to do that. And let's see, we had a couple of questions in the chat. AJ, do you mind unmuting and mentioning just one of those questions in the next couple of minutes? And okay, to those who've asked about speaking at an event, I put my LinkedIn in the chat and I will share it again. Because as she said, how do you become an international keynote speaker? Put yourself out there. And I know that was, there's my LinkedIn if anyone wants to. AJ, we got 2 minutes. If do you mind?
Yeah, yeah. Do we have to discuss any of the questions?
We're right at the very end. So we can probably just skip it. And everyone's got her LinkedIn now, if you scan those. If not, there's my LinkedIn in the chat. If you missed any of that stuff, feel free to message me or AJ. His LinkedIn was in the chat as well. And so everyone should be able to be connected. And I appreciate everyone for being here, especially our valued speaker. That was so lovely to hear and so inspiring for so many words that everyone, I think, needs to hear. After this event, everyone will get a survey in their email. It's 4 questions. It would be lovely if you could fill that out, especially for our speaker. As she mentioned, this being her first time speaking in this capacity, that will be excellent feedback for thank you for sharing that link to Vox Tactic. That will be excellent feedback for her to hear as well. So with that, thank you so much, everyone. I'm going to stop presenting and we will, as organizers, will hang out here another minute or two if anyone has anything else. Thank you so much, everyone.